Hey there guys, welcome back to an all new tutorial. This one's going to be for UI messages, splash messages, nav markers, stuff like that. So as you can see on screen, I have one for the gun goose, and I have one over here that simply tells me I collected ammo. So pretty cool stuff. This one has nothing right now, but we're going to work on that. This is going to be our guinea pig. So, we're going to go over just how to build this and kind of what you can do with it and kind of why you might want it for your linear maps. Alright, so we're going to dive in, open up our brain, and we are going to we're going to rebuild this part right here for our orange crate over there, but we're not going to rebuild this. However, I'm going to totally explain everything to you and kind of what you can do with it, okay? So, to do the top one, all you're going to do is you want to refer to your dynamic object, and this one's going to be on an object interaction. So whenever a player grabs the ammo and interacts with it, we need to push it to every player. Now this is very important. These two nodes to get all players, and this is very important if you want the message to push to everybody. If you want it to just be for the one player, you would just delete this, and then you would connect player here to activating player down there, and diamond to diamond. But in this case, we want it to just, I'm going to show you, it's going to have a visual and see like this is how you do it for everybody. And when you come over here to every player, this is in the logic tab, you would say execute per player, put that in a diamond for player, current player, and that is how you would push it to everybody. For the duration in seconds, it's kind of whatever you want. I've found that 7 seconds is give or take about the best because it gives people plenty of time to read it, make sure they read it, because it's like this popped out of nowhere. It's like, what? So it kind of helps out. And then you're going to need a create UI message, and you get that from the UI tab. And you have these templates here. A just kind of covers what seems to be, I don't, honestly, well, let me put it this. A and C pretty much seem to be about the same. B, however, seems to be more covering numeric values. So like the X and Y is, you know, where you put your numbers in. So like, if I were to say coin or coins, and I said like 5 and 6 or whatever, just, that's how you do that. So that's that. And then within your message, UI message here, you can access these different templates, and you can say different things. So like for example, if I said current objective and we want to change this instead, where when we pick it up we want it to say forklift, whatever. What this is saying here is that the template is gonna push out current objective string 1. A string in programming is text. So I'm gonna head over here, and now it's only reading this. These other two, it will totally ignore. It's only focus on that. And I need to put back to forklift. So if I do it now, interact with this, now it tells me current objective forklift, which, obviously makes no sense, but hey, I'm here for it. All right, so that's basically how you do that type of splash message. And you can do that for entering an area and completing objectives. You want to use it for campaign maps, you can all do that with this code here. And as always, like I say, any of these scripts are interchangeable for really any means. It does not have to be infection, but in this case, I'm, showing it for infection. So over here, we're now going to rebuild this from scratch. I'm going to leave this here, but we are going to rebuild this now for our crate. So what we need to do now is we're going to say on gameplay start, we need our event. So we're going to say on gameplay start, and we need to attach a nav marker to the object. So when the game starts, the object is going to attach here. So, oops, I'm in a totally wrong tab. We're going to head down here to UI nav markers, grab attach object. Okay, right here. Object to here. Okay. Now, what's going to happen here is that this nav marker, just know this is extremely important as well. The nav marker node, which you grab from here, is basically like the parent. Like this is what is connecting to everything that you want to refer to that object. So we're gonna put that there. The identifier, I'm just gonna put Papa, whatever. I'm gonna put Papa. All right. Now the offset, that is where you're gonna access vector 3. So if I head here, and I'm just gonna copy and paste this. And what I've learned is for the vector 3, typically you want to just leave the x and y alone, and then put the z to like a 5 or a 6, like somewhere in that range. Just do whatever is best for your map. But I found that this right here gives it just about like this look right here. It gives like that nice, clean, kind of like somewhat eye level. But like, for example, if I went over here and I changed this to like, let's say 10. Let's say 10 instead. Is going to be significantly higher. And like I said, it's all about your preferences, what you need for your map. Alright, so I'm ahead in here. And we are now going to follow up with, after we attach the nav marker to the object, it doesn't just pop up there. We need to have it be, enabled. We need it to be true. So we're going to set that over here. We're going to do this, do that. Get our nav marker right here. When you set it enabled, go to settings, put that to true. That needs to be a true thing that happens. So when that happens, before we do icons or anything, we get this. And I'm going to show you how we get like the, gold, diamond, and stuff like that. Alright, now all we need to do is we need to set the nav marker text. And this is, you don't need, so everything I'm showing you here, you don't technically need to do. But this is if you want to like get the, more readable, icons, stuff that's like really going to let your player know kind of what they're looking for. And yeah, so this is just kind of where you do all that. So we're going to head over here into the settings of the nav marker text, put the string, and in this case, we're just going to call this, what should we call this? I don't know what to put. I'm just gonna put grunt, whatever. All right, and now we need to say the nav marker type. Now this right here is how you get all like the different icons. So that's how I would get like the gold diamond. Connect nav marker to this nav marker. Put for the type. Now you have all these options here. Now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna link below a Google spreadsheet that has like references to all the text options and nav marker types and everything. And I'm gonna put it up on screen. But the Reddit user that set this up, huge shout out to them. It's a really quick way to just kind of see what you're looking for instead of just like figuring out what what is, unless you familiarize yourself. In this case, what I did on the Gun Goose, I used generic objective. Generic objective is it's that yellow, it's vibrant, it's loud, and it really shows off to the player. It's blinking everything. Like players would see this, especially they're in a panic, they're in a rush. It's like, oh, okay, we go over here, And if I set it to something else, let's just put enemy. It looked like this instead, And like I said, depending on your preference, would really determine how you want to go about it. But in this case, I'm gonna switch it over. Let's put another one. Let's do item pad. Grunt. You see, like you get all these different icons here. So yeah, that's pretty much what you're gonna do. And that's basically about it. I'm now gonna go ahead and show you as well how I would make the nav markers go away. Like maybe you want them attached to doors, and you want like when a player presses the door button, you want it to go away. You want the nav marker to disappear. So we're going to do that with our ammo crate. We're going to set it where when you interact with it, when you interact with the crate, the nav marker disappears. So I'm gonna head over here, grab this. Alright, and I'm just going to copy and paste some stuff over. I'm not going to change too much here, but we're going to make it, quick thing here. So if I do all this, the object being the ammo crate. Alright, we're going to grab our nav marker, change our identifier. You never want to have two of the same identifier. I'm going to call it, I don't know, I'm just going to call it A, whatever. Okay, go nav marker, put that in here. Alright, I'm going to just copy and paste all this. Okay. Okay, do this. Actually, don't need that. We're going to set this to... I'm going to set this to false, actually. We're going to do this. And I actually made a mistake because I need to do this, actually. I need to do this. And I need to set this up for on gameplay start because it needs to be there in the first place. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do that. Grab my offset. That over here. And I'm just going to leave the icon as an A because it's A. So we're leaving it like that. And we set this to true. So I have spaghetti code right now, but I'm just going to leave it like this for the sake of time. So we got it here. So now I interact with it. It disappears. So that's basically everything you can do with nav markers, and kind of a little bit about why you might want to use them, and you know, just some of the different examples with it. But just know you can do a lot with this. You can really help out your players know what to do, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much.